Hi guys, I'm Gianna Lightworker from GiannaLightworker.com, and I'm a psychic, life coach, and law of attractionist. So in our process of evolution, emotional, spiritual evolution, and expansion, because we are constantly expanding, even if when we're feeling really good, sometimes we experience something or a situation that's gonna make us feel bad and kind of knock us out of that feeling good, happy place. And this isn't a bad thing, but what that's actually doing is helping us clarify what we want and reach for more and get more specific about what it is that we're wanting. When we experience things that we don't like and that we don't want, that help us clarify what it is that we do want, that is what creates passion, fire, and intense desire. And the longer that we experience what we don't want and the longer we feel off and out of our happy place, the more intense our desire gets. And think about it, you didn't know what you wanted in a relationship until you experienced a really crappy one, and you didn't know what it is that you wanted in life until you experienced your childhood. You know, our childhood helps us kind of determine what it is that the kind of life that we want to live. And when we get stuck in this offness, when we get stuck there for too long, that's when we start feeling like really depressed. And when we start feeling really bad and off and depressed and things like that for a long time, it's because we're not keeping up with our desires. And when this happens, we're usually thinking lots of negative thoughts like, this sucks, I suck, it sucks. We start to doubt and we're afraid, and then, you know, and we just work our way down and it snowballs and we just feel worse and worse until eventually we feel despair because we're feeling so hopeless. And when you feel despair, that's pretty much the lowest feeling that you can feel. Let's say that you're feeling powerless, and you're feeling powerless because you're really not believing that things can work out for you. You're really like just believing that things aren't gonna work out. But ideally, you would like to feel like you know that things are gonna work out. Just like when you breathe, you know that there's gonna be air to breathe in on your next breath. Like, you don't want it to be an issue at all where the doubt isn't even in your mind. And if you're feeling hopelessness and that despair right now, if there's no way that you can get to the not a doubt in my mind, like, you know, that's a big emotional leap. That's a big jump that you just vibrationally you can't get to, like, you can't get there from there. So what you do is you take the next best step. So if you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling this sense of despair, it's gonna feel a little bit better. It's gonna feel better to feel crude and harsh and brash and to like be that way towards people. It's gonna feel better than feeling this powerless, like hopelessness. And that emotion is in reach. Then pretty soon, that's not gonna feel good and that's not gonna be enough anymore. For you and your ever evolving, ever expanding being, staying there isn't gonna feel good forever. So, you know, you're feeling crude and harsh and cold and detached, but that felt better than feeling powerless. And then this all of a sudden, you know, that was kind of empowering at the time, but now it just feels kind of bad. Like, you're not feeling like you want more. You're not feeling the way you want more. So then the next feeling that you reach for is maybe hope, and you start to feel open, you start to feel hopeful and optimistic. Then you work your way up to feeling worthy. And then when you see how worthy you are, you reach up to the next best feeling. You know, you feel this surety about everything. You know that it's gonna work out. You know that everything's gonna work out for you. So sometimes it's good and it's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel vengeful. It's okay to feel brash and harsh and cold and detached sometimes, because sometimes that's a little bit better than what you were feeling. And you can't always make the jump and it's just impossible to make the jump from like just feeling powerless and hopeless and this despair to like, oh my god, I feel so amazing all the time. But you can get there, but you just gotta take the next best step to getting there and work your way up emotionally. And how do you know when it's time to bump up emotionally? It's not gonna feel like you'll feel it. It's not gonna feel like relief anymore. Because when you first started feeling that way, it felt like relief. And then it's not gonna feel relief anymore. And then you're gonna reach for something else to feel this relief. You're gonna be getting caught up with your desires. And naturally, when we just allow ourselves to flow we naturally go through this emotional process of working our way up because we're naturally evolving and expanding. And sometimes people can get stuck in these certain layers of their emotional process because they become unwilling when they just like hold on and they try to control things and thinking that they have to do instead of just be, because naturally when you let go, like, the current's gonna take you, and that the strongest current within you, the most dominant aspect within you is love. It's love, it's love, it's love, because you're love. You come from love. God is love. It's all love. And we also experience problems when we try to make too big of an emotional leap. So just, you know, you're always gonna be reaching for more. So just be at peace with where you're at, because where you're at, it's where you're at, and that's okay. And that's just, you know, a stepping stone to where you're going to be. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week. And check out my website. The link is in the description, www.giannalightworker.com. And you can apply to become one of my clients there, and subscribe to my email list, because I send out a weekly newsletter with like with my weekly video. And stay awesome and do what you can to feel really happy, and all that matters is how you feel. I love you guys.